Hello. Welcome in. Anybody coming in, anyone lurking, anyone watching in the future. Welcome to Crab Channel and Potato. Welcome to anyone who is not watching the Nintendo Direct because I didn't realize that that was happening now. Oops. Oh well. Oh well. I'm not overly concerned about this one, so I'm fine. I'm fine doing this. Anyway, we're gonna be playing a little thing today. Today we're gonna be playing Potato, and thus I have a potato on me. It is a little one-page RPG. It was tweeted out relatively recently. I have the link to the original tweet down in the description. Do check it out. The creator made this just little thing, and it spread around a bit, and I played it and I really enjoyed it, and I thought, you know, I want to stream this. I want to show this to more people. More people should know about Potato because this is a fun little thing. All you need is a six-sided die. That's it. That's all you need. That and the rules. And so I have on the screen here everything we need to play Potato. We have the rules. We have random numbers. We have everything we need. It's all here. And so we're going to play some Potato. We're going to see if I can get all three endings. Maybe? Yes, it's a one-page RPG that only needs one six-sided die, and it has 3 different endings. My god. So let's go over the rules real quick. Let's show you what all this is. Oh god, where did the potatoes thing go? You know what? I can probably just click on it. No, I can't. Where is it? There it is. The rules of Potato. You are a halfling, just trying to exist. Meanwhile, the Dark Lord rampages across the world. You don't care about this. You're just trying to farm potatoes, because what could a halfling do about it anyway? You have 3 scores in the game: your destiny, your potatoes, and orcs. You generate events, which are these things off to the side, by rolling your 6-sided die. Adjust your scores as directed by the table, and you just keep rolling events until something eventually happens. If your destiny score reaches 10, an interfering bard or wizard turns up at your doorstep with a quest. If your potatoes score reaches 10, then you have enough potatoes you can go underground. And if your orc score reaches 10, that's a typo, then the orcs find your potato farm and you die. And you can use 1 potato to remove an orc, but this changes depending on what happens. As you can see up here, if you roll a 5 or a 6 on your first roll, then the amount of potatoes that you need goes up, which is why I have a counter up top to show how many potatoes we need to get rid of an orc. We got all kinds of stuff that'll happen, which I will narrate out, because you probably won't be able to see it when I bring it back down to size. But yeah, that's Potato. Little one-page RPG, which is a lot of fun. So I do recommend that you check it out. Whip! I can probably enlarge that and shrink it as need be, but I have other things set aside on the screen to take up space, so we'll see what happens as we go. Okay. Let's begin this, shall we? Let's begin. I'll turn this down just a little bit more because it's a shorter bit of music for now. I'll switch it out. I have other music planned. I have all kinds of things planned. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I actually did work for this stream. Let's roll our first number. Generate. 1. 1 is in the garden. Actually, you know what? I should... You know, I should make that bigger. I should go off of this rather than the one that I have on the side, because then I can keep track of everything a little bit easier. Yeah, that works. That works, and then I'll just do this. I'll just do this, and then I can. It's a little bit, ever so slightly too big. Oh, now I can't read it. We'll figure it out. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Unless I do this. Nope. Unless I do this. No. Alright. I'll learn how to stream someday. I promise. Anyway, in the garden. What happens in the garden? A 3. A hooded stranger lingers outside your farm. We gain a destiny, and we gain an orc. So, we now have 1 destiny. That's why I had it smaller. That's why I had it smaller, to fit all the destinies. We have a destiny, and we have an orc. It begins. Let me actually, if I take this and move this somewhere, can I then... Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, next roll. 6. Uh-oh. The world becomes a darker, more dangerous place. From now on, removing an orc costs an additional potato. Oh no. It already begins. It already begins. It now costs 2 potato. Alright. We roll again. A 2. A knock. Wait, no, that's back in the garden. In the garden. In the garden. You narrowly avoid a visitor by hiding in a potato sack. +1 potato, +1 destiny. So, we add our first potato. And we add our second destiny. Good morning, Rob. Welcome in. We're playing potato. Link to the game down in the description. Go ahead, play along. It's a fun little game. All you need is 6-sided die. 6-sided die, and that's it. And the rules. All right. Roll again. Next event. A 5. The world, again, becomes a darker and more dangerous place. We once again have to raise the amount of potatoes. I've completely lost my source. There it is. It now costs us 3 potatoes to remove an orc. We are doomed. This seems to happen to people a lot, where they roll 5s or 6s too many times, and then it costs like 10 potatoes to get rid of an orc, and that's just impossible. Roll again. A 3. A knock at the door. Another 3. A wizard strolls by. You pointedly draw the curtains. +1 orc, +1 destiny. So, we need another orc. The army grows. It's 2 orcs. And another destiny. Destiny. My destiny grows. The orc army grows. They haven't found my potatoes yet. I also only have 1 potato. A 5. God, no! Removing an orc costs an additional potato. Well, I don't think I'm getting rid of orcs this game. Next roll. A 6. Alright, now it's 5 potatoes to get rid of an orc. Okay. A 4. Ooh. Alright, here we go. A knock at the door. A 1. A distant cousin. They're after your potatoes. They just might snitch on you. That adds Another another dork. Yes, another dork. The orc army, it grows. They're making a human pyramid. They're very good at gymnastics. They are cheerleaders. They're the cheerleaders of the orcs. They arrive first and cheer on the oncoming orcs. We roll again. A 3. Another knock at the door. And another 3. A wizard strolls by. We draw the curtains again. That gives us our 4th orc. But it also gives us another destiny. That's destiny number 4. Oh god, the screen is already filling up. I maybe not have prepared entirely correctly for this. I'm gonna run out of space. There's gonna be so much destiny. There's gonna be so many orcs. Okay, roll the die again. A 2. In the garden. In the garden, a 5. It's an elf. They're not serious people. They're just not. Not at all. No. Doesn't happen. However, that's destiny number 5. Uh-oh. I think we're getting a whole lot of destiny here. We might be carried away on an adventure, which is an ending that I haven't gotten yet. I've only played the game once before, honestly, and I got eaten by orcs, and then I thought, I need to stream this. We roll again, a 6. The world becomes a darker, more dangerous place. And now removing an orc will cost me 6 potatoes when I only have 1. And we rolled a 6. It now costs 7 potatoes to get rid of an orc. Okay, I rolled a 2. 2. Back into the garden we go. In the garden. 1. You happily root about all day in your garden. Ah, finally. A 2nd potato. Six. The world becomes a darker, more dangerous place, and it costs yet another potato to get rid of an orc. It cost me 8 potatoes to get rid of a single orc. I have 2. If it gets over 10, it's just not even worth counting past that point. But we will anyway, because I want to see just how crazy huge the number will get on that one. Roll again. A 1. In the garden. Back into the garden we go. Your field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. Which means we gain another orc. Which I have to copy and paste the orcs, because I didn't make 10 orcs in my scene just yet. Which is why this takes a little bit longer. That's our 5th orc. And unfortunately, since they found whatever unseen enemies they were that found my potatoes. They ate a potato. I lost a potato. Roll again. Another event. 6. It now costs another potato to get rid of an orc. 9 potatoes. 1. We go back to the garden. In the garden. 5. You trade potatoes for other delicious foodstuffs. I traded away my last potato. I have 0 potatoes. The sad face is very appropriate. I have no potatoes. I think that's the best end. I think that is the end that you're supposed to go for. I think anyway. It feels like that's how it should be. Wait, where'd it go? Where? There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Because if you weren't here at the beginning when I showed this off, when the scores hit 10, the game ends. Potatoes, you go underground, and you just hide there until the danger is past. Orcs, you die. Potatoes, you go underground, and you live a safe little hobbit life. Halfling, sorry. Copyright. And then Destiny, you get whisked away on an adventure, which, as a halfling, you don't want. You just want to sit in your hole and eat potatoes. Alright, here we go. Another roll. What happens? A 2. Back into the garden we go. And a number 3 in the garden. A hooded stranger lingers outside your farm. Which gives us even more destiny. We plop another destiny in here. That's our 6th destiny. But unfortunately, that also gives us our 6th orc. My god. This is filling up with orcs and destiny. I don't know which is gonna hit first. A 2 back into the garden. And a 6. You burrow into a bumper crop of potatoes. Do you cry with joy? Possibly. That gives us 2 of our potatoes. Ha! 2 potatoes. That's great. We're back to where we were. We got our potatoes back. We found a bumper crop. We are farming. Hell yeah. A 4. That is a knock at the door. And at the door, a dwarven stranger. You refuse them entry, ghastly creatures. That gives us yet another destiny. Oh. Destiny 7. Let's put you in a current spot. Destiny 7. Oh, yeah. All right. Destiny has outpaced orcs. This is good. This is good. That means we don't die. All right, a 4. That's another knock at the door. And another 4. There are rumors of war in the reaches. You eat some potatoes. So, I eat one of my potatoes. And we get... we get 2 orcs. Oh god. Orc. Wait. Paste it. There we go. We got orc number 7. Oh. And orc number 8. Those potatoes are looking pretty tasty. They are. Well, unfortunately, I think we're all going to be eaten by orcs now, because now the orcs have outpaced our destiny, and they're taking over the screen. All right, we go again. 1. We're back into the garden. In the garden, you narrowly avoid a visitor by hiding in a potato sack. We did that before. But that gives us our 2nd potato. Again. And it also gives us... This will go faster once I actually have everything copied and pasted enough. I should have done it before the stream. I did it for the potatoes before the stream, and then I ran out of time. Gives us another destiny. We're at 8 destiny. We're at 8 orcs. Only 2 potatoes. Roll again. A 2. Back into the garden we go. In the garden, your field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. Potato gone. Potato gone. Oh no. And that also, the orcs are getting closer. That's another orc. That's another orc. That's orc number 9. One more orc and we all die. One more orc and it's all over. Let's go. 1. Into the garden. What do we do in the garden? A 4. Oh no. That's the same thing we just had. Your field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. They took our potato. And also, that gives us the boy. That's our 10th orc. Who would do such a thing? A monster. That's who. No potatoes. 10 orcs. If your orc score reaches 10, then the orcs finally find your potato farm. Alas, orcs are not so interested in potatoes as they are in eating you, and you end up in a cook pot. Game number 1 ended on account of orcs. We have been eaten by a very angry orc. Looks like potatoes are back on the menu, boys. That's how you play potato. I hope you enjoy potato. We're not done yet. I want to get all 3 endings. I don't know if that's actually going to be possible now. Considering how long the first game took, but I'm not gonna have to copy-paste stuff as much because they're already here. Let's get rid of these orcs. Let's make them all go away. Let's reset the board. Dun, 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 dun. Orcs are gone. Destinies. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I had 8 destinies. Let's just actually... Let me put these in here. I will need them later. Maybe. Possibly. Hopefully. Hopefully I'll just need a whole bunch of potatoes. But you know what? We'll pick up our destinies too and make sure that I have them on standby. Just don't let me forget that some of the destinies are on top of each other. Anyway. Oh, and we gotta reset the amount of potatoes that it takes. It no longer costs 9 potatoes. We go back to base. 1 potato. Thank you for the potato. 1 potato to get rid of an orc. Okay. Game number 2. Actually, what I should do is that's not going to show up too well on there, will it? If I... Oh, no. We can just keep track in our heads or in chat. 1 game eaten by orcs. All right, next game. It begins as simply as the previous. All we do, roll a die. 4. A knock at the door. And a 3. A wizard strolls by. You pointedly draw the curtains. That gets us an orc and a destiny. Roll again. A 3. Another knock at the door. Who's at our door this time? It's a dwarven stranger. Refuse them entry, the ghastly, ghastly creatures. What are they doing at my door, singing songs about their mountain being on fire? We roll again. A 3. Yet another knock at the door. Everybody's just... It's a busy day today at our door. And a 2. Another dwarven stranger. More destiny. A 5. The world is a dark, dangerous place. It now costs 2 potatoes. Nice work in the Overboard Gaming video. Thank you. For those of you that don't know, I tweeted it out. You should definitely check it out. My friends Dagwood and Brawley over at OBG. Hey, Petso, welcome in. They did a charity stream for Metal Meal Meltdown, which a whole bunch of that whole streaming community, WIK and associates, put together by Goobers515 on Twitch. These are all wonderful people you should check out if you don't know them. But they do metal music and cooking stream combined in the most ridiculous way possible. And Overboard Gaming, they raised, how much did they raise? Like 5,000 for charity for St. Jude? And they always put in a goal of the past 2 years. They put in a goal. If they hit a certain amount of money, they do a crabcore music video. And last year it was just them. This year, because they know me, Brawley reached out to me. It's like, hey, would you mind recording something for us for a crabcore video for this year in your crab form? I was like, hell yeah, just send me the script. What do you want me to do? And it's done. It's out. I tweeted out I retweeted the video, so check that out. I am in Crabcore 2. It's a good time. It's a dumb time. It's a great time. I love it. Check it out. Give them support. Follow them on the Twitter. Watch their Twitch. They're good people. Good people. All right, rolling again. 6. The world, it gets darker and more dangerous. It's now 3 potatoes to get rid of an orc. Okay. Roll again. Another 6. I'm never going to get rid of any orcs. All right, a 5. We're just racking up how dangerous this world is. 1. We're back in our garden. And a 6. Burrow into a bumper crop of potatoes. Do you cry with joy? Yes, because I get 2 potatoes. Heck yeah. Multiple potatoes. Roll again. A 6. The world gets darker and more dangerous. It's now 6 potatoes to get rid of an orc. Roll again. A 2. Back into the garden. What happens in our garden this time? A 4. Your field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. We've seen this before. The world is more dangerous. There's another orc. Also, we lose a potato. God. 4. There's a knock at the door. Another 4. Rumors of war in the reaches. You eat some potatoes. I eat my potato. But it's also more dangerous. 2 orcs. I have a feeling we're gonna get eaten again. I have a feeling we're gonna get eaten most of the games this time. It's all RNG. 1. We're back in the garden. And a 3. A hooded strangers linger outside your farm. We gain an orc, but we also gain a destiny. Back into the garden once again. A 3 is the exact same thing from before. Another destiny and another orc. My potatoes. My potatoes. My potatoes, and then it is a 6, and it gets even harder to get rid of an orc. I can't get rid of an orc because I don't have any goddamn potatoes. And another 6. Why does this keep happening to me? Do you think we're tasty? Yes, we're delicious. That's why the orcs want to eat us. 5. It now costs 9 potatoes to get rid of an orc. How high can this number go? Ooh, a 3. All right, that's a knock at the door. A knock at the door. Another 3. A wizard strolls by, pointedly draw the curtains. So we get another destiny, but we also get another goddamn orc. This is gonna be, it's just gonna keep happening. It's just gonna keep happening. 5! It now we've hit double digits. It now costs 10 potatoes to get rid of a single orc. It is literally impossible to get rid of an orc, because if we had 10 potatoes, we would have already won the game. 4. A knock at the door. A wizard strolls by, and we draw the curtains again. Destiny. Orc. 6. I'm keeping track of it anyway because I want to see how bad the number gets. It's now 11 potatoes to get rid of a single orc. It's now 12 potatoes to get rid of a single orc. Do it again, I dare you. 3. Okay, that's a knock at the door. A knock at the door with a 5. It's an elf. They are not serious people. Destiny. We are getting a lot of 6s. Roll again. 2. Back into the garden. In the garden, another 6. You burrow into a bumper crop of potatoes. Hey! You get 2 potatoes again. Yummy, yummy. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, fry them up. They're for me and you. 4. Another knock at the door. Who's at our door this time? Another dwarven stranger who we turn away because why are dwarves here? Get out of my place. Get out. 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 That's destiny number 9. Where is it? There it is. Move that destiny. That's number 9. One more destiny and it's over that way. We're actually ahead in destiny. Oh. 1. We're back in the garden. And a 3 in the garden. A hooded stranger lingers outside of your farm. The world becomes more dangerous, and there's another orc. However, that also gets us destiny number 10. Destiny number 10. We did it. Too bad the potatoes can't use swords. You don't know that for certain. Destiny number 10. I should move all of the 10s to the top because that would look better rather than having them disappear behind a whole bunch of orcs. There we go. Destiny number 10. We've done it. That is a success in that form. If your destiny score reaches 10, an interfering bard or wizard turns up at your doorstep with a quest, and you are whisked away against your will on an adventure. Unless, of course, you've already been eaten by orcs. Which is the game's way of saying that if you tie on destiny or orc, you're just eaten. Orcs override everything. All right, game number 2. Destiny. That's kind of the middle ground. Is it a victory? Is it a defeat? Who can say for sure? Whoops. Accidentally closed the music. Don't do that, Teddy. Don't close the music. You need the music, or else it'll get real boring real fast. Let's get rid of all these. I still haven't gotten much in the way of potatoes. Let's see if we can win. Let's see if we can actually get a win and have a potato victory. Such is the game of potato. If you enjoy this, again, the link for the game, for these rules, is in the description. I've got a link to the original tweet. You can just download it immediately. The person that made this game, I've seen tweets from them where they're really happy to see people playing and enjoying this game. They just like tossed it out for free. Just here you go. Here's potato. I did this for fun. So pick it up, play the game, have fun with it. It's a nice way to kill some time if you just have a die and these rules on hand. All right. Let's get serious. Let's get serious and try to actually get some potatoes. Let's change our music. Okay. So far, our highest number of potatoes is 2. This is true. This is very true. All right. Oh. Changed up the music for game 3 in the hopes that we get potato. Everyone in chat, I'm gonna need your energy on this. We're gonna need potato energy. Let's go. First roll. 2, in the garden. What happens in the garden? 5. You trade potatoes for other delicious foodstuffs. Lose a potato. I don't even have a potato, so I guess I traded a potato figurine for something else. Next roll. 2, in the garden. In the garden. Thank you for all the potatoes, by the way. This stream alone makes having the emojis pop up on screen worth it, because the potatoes flying by my face is perfect. Thank you, all of you, for doing that. 3 in the garden. Hooded stranger lingering outside the farm. We've seen that before. That's a destiny and an orc. Let's go. 5. The world has become more dangerous. It now costs 2 potatoes to remove an orc from the area. You just need to chuck 2 potatoes at them now. 1 back into the garden. And a 4. Your field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. Another orc enters the fray, and you lose a potato, but I have none. They've eaten my carrots. 5. The world becomes even more dangerous. 3 potatoes to remove an orc. 2 back into the garden. And a 6. Burrow into a bumper crop of potatoes. Tears of joy. Potato. One back into the garden. 3. Hooded stranger lurking outside your farm. More destiny. And another orc. A 6. The world has become even more dangerous. A 3. There's a knock on our door. And another 3. A wizard strolling by. We draw the curtains. We want nothing to do with this wizard and his destiny as the orcs begin to pile up. A 3. Another knock at the door. We look outside and we see it's our distant cousin. They want our potatoes. They just might snitch on us. A 3. There's another knock at the door. The door is very busy today. Everyone wants to find us, but we find a dwarven stranger there. We refuse them entry because why? Get out of here. Go back to your mountain. Leave me alone. I just want to grow some potatoes and hide in a hole. Why do you keep trying to send me out on adventure? Stop singing about your mountain. I don't care that a dragon's sitting in it. 2, we're in a garden again. 1, what's happening in our garden? We happily root about all day in our garden. We've hit a new potato record. We have hit a new potato record. Uh-oh, what did I just move? What did I just move? You go back to wherever you were. I want to move the potato. There we go. We have a 3rd potato. 3 patates. 3 pommes de terre. Je parle un petit peu français. 6, the world. The world becomes more dangerous. 5 potatoes to get rid of an orc. 3, that's a knock at the door. And another 3. Yet another wizard strolling by. Is it the same wizard? Is it a different wizard? We don't know. But with him comes destiny. And behind him, another orc. 3. That's another knock at the door. He's doing laps. He's doing laps around our house. A 5 knocking at the door is the elf. Not serious. What are elves doing here? More destiny. Destiny follows elves everywhere they go. 2, we get to go back to our garden. And a 3 in the garden is another hooded stranger. We get destiny. But we also get an orc. We're tied on destiny and orcs, but we only have 3 potatoes. What could happen? What could possibly happen? Well, the world gets more dangerous is what happens. 6 potatoes to remove an orc. Double the potatoes that we currently have just to get rid of 1 singular orc. But there's a knock at the door. And on the other side of that door, there's rumors of war. These rumors, they scare us. And so, to seek comfort, we eat a potato. And unfortunately, the world gets even scarier with 2 more orcs. But there's another knock at the door. What happens when we hear another knock at the door? It's that damn wizard again. Why won't he just leave us alone? Well, he's going to be leaving us alone because that's, we've been eaten by orcs. Once again, he's here to talk about your car's extended life. Ah! Eaten by orcs again. That's twice eaten by orcs, and once sent out on an amazing adventure to save the world that we did not want to go on because we just wanted to stay home and eat our potatoes. Our current record for potatoes is 3. I don't think we're going to be doing very well. Oh, we need to hit 10 potatoes. That's the only ending of this game that I haven't gotten now. We've gotten 2 out of the 3. We've gotten 2 out of 3 on stream. The one time I played this off stream, I once again got eaten by orcs because that's just how my life goes. Eaten by orcs. That's my life. This is what happens when you're a crab. Everyone wants to bring up butter. Everyone starts talking about butter. I like butter. I like butter on things. Yes, I love butter. I don't want to be eaten. It's scary. Adventure. Anew. 2. Rooting around in our garden. A 6. We're starting off strong. That's the bumper crop. That's a 2 potato. That's a 2 potato roll. Starting strong. Heck yeah. All right. 5. We're immediately doomed. Now it's 2 potatoes to get rid of an orc. Thankfully, there aren't any orcs yet. Never mind. Now it's 3 potatoes. Roll it again. 3. That's a knock at the door. Okay. A 5. That's the elf. Completely not serious. Can't possibly be serious with all of your talk about boats and swords and magic and your ears that look remarkably like mine. Roll again. 6. The world becomes even more dangerous. 4 potatoes to remove an orc. Roll it again. 1. Back to the garden. In the garden, hooded stranger lingering outside the farm. That's a destiny. And our first orc. We're at least ahead on potatoes this time. Roll it again. A 4, that's a knock at the door. And another 4. Rumors of war in the reaches. You eat some potatoes. This game is hard. This is a very difficult game. Yet another reason why I'm like, you should download these rules. You should play this yourself, because this is a lot of fun and it's difficult. And granted, it's RNG, so maybe you'll win first try, or maybe you'll get frustrated and angry at your die. Maybe you're cursed. I don't know. But I'm enjoying this. And I hope you are too. Potato. 3. Another knock at the door. And a 1. That's the distant cousin who is after our potatoes and might just snitch on us. And the world continues to grow more dangerous. Keep rolling. 4. Another knock at the door. And a 3. That's that wizard again. Strolling by with his destiny. And his orcs tailing behind. Potato out of 10 game? Yes. Roll it again. A 6. The world becomes even more dangerous. I also enjoy this because this is a very different thing from a lot of the streams that I've been doing lately. So I'm just excited. I just think it's neat. Do something different, little tabletop game, do stuff. Put things on the screen, play about. That was my thinking for this. Like, oh, this is fun. And it's not a video, I'm doing something different now. And I get to narrate and tell stories. That's great. It's great. You're loving it. I'm glad. I'm glad. That makes me very happy. Roll again. 5. The world continues to darken. 7 potatoes to remove an orc. 2, but we go back to the garden. Despite the darkness, we return to our garden and we happily root about all day in it. We spend the whole day digging in the garden and we find a potato. And then we continue to go to the garden the next day. And in the garden the next day, we see that there's another hooded stranger lingering around outside the farm. Our destiny grows. But so does the danger. So the next day, we realize that the world becomes even darker. 8 potatoes to remove an orc. The next day, we go back to our garden. And in our garden, we narrowly avoid a visitor by hiding in a potato sack. Our destiny continues to grow. But in that potato sack, there is, of course, a potato. We're back at our record amount of potatoes. Back to the garden. 4. Your field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. I never get to keep the 3rd potato. I think I'm gonna get eaten again. But we go back into our garden, strong and unafraid of anything except social contact. And we happily root about all day in our garden. This 3rd potato is a tease. It just keeps coming back and going away and coming back. But the world refused to change. And it got darker. And then there was a knock at the door. We look outside and we see a dwarven stranger whomst we refuse. The F out of here with your beard. And the world continues to darken. And there's another knock at the door. Who stands outside our door this time? Another elf. So much destiny standing outside our door. And the world... Why is it every other roll is a 5 or a 6? The world continues to darken. 11 potatoes to get rid of an orc. Physically impossible to remove an orc at this point. And the world continues to darken. 12 potatoes to remove an orc. And the world continues to darken. 13 potatoes to remove an orc. True random number generator. Yes. I love this random number generator. I also hate it. And the world continues to darken. 14 potatoes. I swear to God if you do it again. Alright, a knock at the door. A knock at the door. It's a distant cousin who just might snitch on us. It's another orc. Sure is dark in here. It is indeed very dark. 4. A knock at the door. That knock at the door. It's a sack of potatoes from a generous neighbor. You really must remember to pay them a visit one of these years. We get... Out of that, we get... Not 1, but 2 potatoes. We are up to 5 potatoes. 5. This is a record amount of potatoes for us. 2 potatoes. Which is interesting because, you know, it's an entire sack left on our doorstep by a friendly neighbor, and inside that entire sack, there's only 2 potatoes. Times are hard, man. Times are hard. It's dark outside. A 3. Another knock at the door. Another elf. That ups our destiny yet again. We're getting pretty full on things here. That's a lot of orcs. That's a good amount of destiny. Our potatoes, however. We're at record amount of potatoes, but we're only halfway there. Living on a spot. 3. Another knock at the door. And a 5. Another elf. Teddy, I'm scared. I'm scared too. It's dark outside and there's a lot of orcs. I've only got so many potatoes to protect me. I'm also afraid of how much actual space is going to be left on the screen if I actually get up to 10 potatoes. 1, we're back in our garden. A 2 in the garden. Narrowly avoid a visitor by hiding in a potato sack. That, my friends, gets us a 6th potato. A 6th potato. It also, however, gives us destiny number 10. And we are once again whisked away on an adventure that we did not intend to take. The dwarves are singing. The elves are on boats. Gondor calls for aid. We pledge ourselves to some jerk who lights himself on fire and throws himself off a building. So that is twice eaten by orcs and twice sent on an adventure. We have yet to hide in a hole with all of our potatoes. Oh god, there are so many things to remove off of this scene now. Okay, here we go. And potatoes reset. 1 potato per orc. Okay. It is time for another adventure. We gotta try. Try for the potatoes. We roll. Immediately. I think every time I've played this game, even like the one time that I played it off stream, I only removed a single orc because, man, it gets expensive. 2 back to the garden. And a 3 in the garden is the hooded stranger. Destiny and an orc. Your destiny grows, and so does the danger. I am the danger. 5. The world darkens again. A 2. We're back into our garden. And a 6. A 6 in the garden. Bumper crop, baby. Potato time. A 6, however, makes the world even darker. So we continue rolling, and we get a 5, and the world continues to darken. Why is this my life? A 3, a knock at the door. And a 5, which is another elf. They're not serious. They can't possibly be serious. With ears like that, you can't take anything with big pointy ears seriously. You just can't. Two back into the garden. And a 5. Trade potatoes for other delicious foodstuffs. Which is a stupid idea, because now I've traded away a potato. A 1, we go back into our garden. And a 5, is that exactly what I just did? That is exactly what I just did. I lose my other potato and I trade it away for, I don't know, like carrots or something dumb. I like carrots, but we need potatoes. I lost all my potatoes. This game is hard. 6, the world. She darkens more. Another 6. The world refuses to change. Another 6. The world is a vampire. A 4 is a knock at the door. And a 2 is a dwarven stranger. Destiny grows. Are we perhaps an Irish halfling? It could be that we got a little bit of that to us. It could be. Slight bit. It's a slight. My Irish accent is weak and terrible. It should be better considering, you know, I do have Irish crab blood, but, you know. 4, a knock at the door. And a 5. That's another elf. Are we going to be sent away on adventure again? Our destiny is growing fast. Another knock at the door. This time, it's a distant cousin who just might snitch on us because they want our potatoes, but we don't even have any potatoes to give, and that made them angry, and so they just might go to Saruman and be like, yo, hit that house. 1, back to the garden. And a 4 in the garden. Field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. The world is more dangerous, and we lose a potato that we don't even have. Can't have the one on my head. It is a hat. It is inedible. It has evolved into Nightshade, basically. 1, back to the garden. And a 5 in the garden. Trade potatoes for other delicious food stuff. Great, I got a cabbage. I don't have any potato. A 3, a knock at the door. And another 3. That's that wizard again. That wizard needs to stop and just let me have my potatoes. 6, the world refused to change. 2, we're back into the garden. And a 4, field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. We lose the non-existent potato and another orc. It's in the area, sniffing about. What good are cabbages? Can't bake them, can't mash them, can't roast them. You can put them in a stew. You can knock over a whole cart of them and listen to a guy yell about his cabbages. 4, knock at the door. 2 is another dwarven stranger. Destiny grows. Back into the garden we go. And in the garden, we trade potatoes for other delicious foodstuffs. Lose a potato. I keep getting this. Why am I not allowed to have potatoes? Why? Why can't I have any potatoes? 6, the world is now impossible. It is now impossible to get rid of any orcs. Oh. 1 moment. Da, da, da. I just have to answer a thing real quick. Uh-oh. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Pen, why do you have stuff on you? Okay. All good. All good. Work type things. Alright, where are we? Another roll. A 3, that's a knock at the door. And a 2 is another dwarven stranger. Destiny continues to grow. As the world continues to darken around us. But we go back into our garden, thinking that perhaps today will be different. Perhaps the world will be lighter. Perhaps we'll find something. And we do. We root about in our garden all day. And we finally have a potato, once again. And then the world continues to get even darker. I can't stop getting 6s. I can't stop getting 5s and 6s. 13 potatoes to remove an orc. Back to the garden, where we trade potatoes for other delicious foodstuffs. Goodbye, potato. I'll miss you. I'll miss you, potato. You were alive. You were wonderful. You were my only friend. Back to the garden we go, though. We won't let that stop us. Where a hooded stranger lingers outside the farm. That's Destiny. And an orc. You could say it's an ex-potato. Yes. Yes. I knew that joke was going to come at some point today. I knew we were going to get an ex-potato reference at some point today, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be the one to make it or if chat was. 6th, world grows even darker. 5, it grows even darker. What's our record on this? We're at 15 potatoes to get rid of an orc. That's a lot. Never mind. Now it's a record. What now? Back to the garden. Back to the garden where I think, remember, 5 is trading a potato away for delicious foodstuffs. Okay. There's a knock at the door. Don't take my potatoes. It's a sack of potatoes left by a neighbor. Thank you, neighbor. You've given us 2 potatoes. Can I just get like a whole bunch of those? Can I get a whole bunch of those? We go back to our garden. We go back to our garden and immediately trade one of the potatoes for more foodstuffs. I don't want to name the Barry and Larry. Oh no, I don't want to name the potatoes. They go away too fast. I don't want to get too attached. 6. The world. The world. 1. We go back into our garden. Where... we trade away. We trade a potato for other delicious foodstuffs. It hurts. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. Needed to leave the nest, yep. We roll again, and the world gets even darker. 18 potatoes to remove a single orc. We have long passed the point of this game being impossible to remove an orc. Just want to know how big that number can get. Apparently, it can get even bigger. Keep rolling. 1 back into the garden. And a 4 in the garden. Hey, field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies. That is, loses another potato, which we don't even have. And another orc appears. But we go back into the garden anyway, where we once again trade potatoes for other delicious food. I just keep trading away all my potatoes. I just keep trading potatoes. That's what this run is. This run is the trade potato run. But we go back into the garden, and something other than trading potatoes happens. Yes, once again, our field is ravaged in the night by unseen enemies, and we lose another potato that we do not have, and gain another orc. Back into the garden. Back into the garden, where the field has been ravaged yet again. We're very close to being eaten by orcs for a 3rd time. Roll. Back to the garden. We need security fences. That we do. 6 in the garden. That's the bumper crop. That's the bumper crop. Oh yeah. They're back. They're home. The boys are home. Barry and Larry, they're back. They came back. They were in the ground waiting for us. We've dug them up. They are looking delicious. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Unless we get an orc and we immediately die. That's a knock at the door. 5. That's just an elf. That's just an elf. All they carry with them is destiny. However, we are at 9 destiny and 9 orcs. This could go a number of ways, and I don't think many of them involve us winning potatoes. But the world continues to darken. $20 potatoes to remove an orc. 20. What do we do about that? What do we do? Well, we hear a knock at the door, is what happens, and at that door... At that door is a sack of potatoes. Oh my god. Michelangelo, did you just give me luck? Did you just give me potato luck? I need all the potato luck I can get. The prophecy. The prophecy. We go back into the garden. We go back into the garden and we burrow into a bumper crop. We burrow into a bumper crop. We have 6 potato. And the world darkens even more. And once again, even more. And again, even more. But there's a knock at the door. And at that knock at the door, it's an elf. It's an elf. We are once again whisked away on an adventure. We live. We survive. But we do not get potato. The voice describing the halfling's activities seems to be a commentator. Both the halfling and the potatoes are very much potato. And so another game comes to an end and we are whisked away on adventure. Now I have to clear the board. 23 potatoes to remove an orc. That's the record. That is our current record now. 23. Completely impossible. Oh, Destiny. It is entirely too many potatoes. Agreed. Very much agreed. Let's simply eat them. What, the orc? You would simply eat the orc? Is that what you're saying? To get rid of the orc, instead of throwing potatoes at them, you would just eat the orc? Alright. Game number, whatever game we're on. I don't even know. I haven't been keeping track. We've been whisked away on an adventure, like, what, 3 times? We've been eaten by orcs twice. So this is what, game number 6 then? Unless I've miscounted something? I don't remember. I don't recall. Again, if you're enjoying this, links in the description. You can find the rules for this game so you don't have to worry about the tiny text that I have there on the side. You'll be able to play this game yourself. Meant to eat the potatoes? Less effort to eat the orc than throw 21 potatoes. Fair. Truly fair. Alright. A new world. A new day dawns. We stand up. It's bright, it's shining, but there are rumors of war. And in fact, that bright and shining feels a little bit less bright and shining as the world darkens. We roll again, and the world darkens some more. It's like this random number generator just wants me to live in the dark. But we go outside to our garden anyway. And in the garden, we see a hooded stranger lurking outside. We feel the feeling of destiny, but we also feel the feeling of danger. And the world darkens more. We roll again, and we go back out into our garden, where once again, that hooded stranger is still standing out there, watching our house. Are they protecting us? Or are they feeding information to an enemy that we don't even know we had? We roll again, we go back into the garden, and we dig. We dig and we dig and we dig, and in that digging, we find a bumper crop of potatoes. Oh, yes. Could it be our cousin? Perhaps. Perhaps they are jealous of our potatoes. We did have a bumper crop on our land. But there's a knock at the door. And we open the door to find an elf standing out there. What's an elf doing here? So far away from their lands. So far away from their serious troubles. Why would they come to this peaceful little village? But as we look into the darkness, we see it get even darker. Maybe that's why. So we step out into our garden once again. And we realize that our field, something happened overnight. Our field has been ravaged. This world is getting dangerous. If even my potatoes aren't safe, Elf might be after their potatoes. This is true. They're all after my potatoes. Everyone is after my potatoes. We're going to have to hoard our potatoes to survive. Keeps me out of the way. That's a good point. That's a very good point. But there's another knock at the door. What could it be? Oh, we find a sack of potatoes. One of our neighbors knows of our plans to hide away. They sympathize, and they've given us potatoes. But the world continues to darken. Perhaps this is the right idea, hoarding our potatoes and hiding away until all of this can pass. Even our safe little village doesn't seem so safe anymore. The next day, there's another knock at the door. And our neighbor has once again left potatoes for us. A truly benevolent neighbor. How many potatoes do they have on their land? We had a bumper crop. Thank you, neighbor. We go back out into our garden, and we realize we have a bunch of potatoes now thanks to our neighbor. We could trade some of these and have other varieties of food. This may, of course, be a bad idea. But there's a knock at the door later in the day. And on the other side of the door, we hear noises that we don't quite trust. So we don't open the door. But there are rumors of war. And those sounds scared us. So we eat one of our potatoes. And we worry about the growing danger. And of course, with growing danger, the world darkens. The next day, another knock at the door. At that door, we see another elf. Not the same elf. What are multiple elves doing passing by? It's always been said that when elves travel, the world changes. Perhaps this is one of those times. But the thought of it is, of course, very frightening, as the world seems to darken some more. Another knock at the door later, and it's one of our distant cousins. They want our potatoes, but we tell them that we don't have many to give. We're trying to hoard up as much as we can so that we can survive the winter. Granted, it's only September, but they don't know that. This cousin is dumb. They are, however, very upset that we won't give them a potato. They seem a bit suspicious about it. Another knock at the door later, and we find a wizard strolling by outside. We close the curtains on that. We want absolutely nothing to do with wizards. Magic? That's inanity. But the world continues to darken. Maybe it's the wizard's doing. We go back into our garden later that day, and that hooded stranger is still there. Are they there to help us or to hurt us? Magic is far too exciting. Give me a good potato any day. That's the words of a halfling. Another knock at the door later on. More of those noises. Those noises we don't trust. Those noises that scare us. And of course, we are a stress eater. So potato goes away. But of course, the noises grow louder and louder. And the next thing we know, our door has burst open, kicked wide open by an angry orc. And we are devoured. And the worst crime of all, they don't even eat the potatoes. The potatoes are left to rot. Truly the worst crime. Love the production quality. You mean the free image assets? Removing an orc costs 1 potato again. Reset the game. I think we got one more try. We got one more try before I have to go and start getting ready for work and everything. So let's give this one last shot. What can we do against such reckless potatoes? Alright, we go back into a garden, where we immediately dig up a bumper crop. Starting off strong. Starting off strong, a bumper crop of potatoes. May the sacrifice of these last 2 potatoes bless us on this new run. Yes. Give all the potatoes that you can in chat. That's the only way we can win this. Alright, a knock at the door. On the other side of the door is that wizard. Granted, this is a new run, so it's the first time we're seeing this wizard, but we know that something's not right. Wizards don't just stroll by. Not in a village like this. But we go back into the garden. Back into the garden where we take our bumper crop and we trade. We do a little bit of trading to get some other delicious foodstuffs. Some meat for a stew. Meat and potatoes. Halfling can't survive on potatoes alone. Which is a lie, they absolutely can. But the world grows dark. Dark and terrifying. So very dark and terrifying, we realize as we do our trading. Something is very, very not right in the distance. Smoke rising over the horizon, distant echoes of screams. We try to block it out of our mind. Think only about our trading, think only about our potatoes. We go back into our garden after our little bit of trading. And we realize the garden's not the way that it should. Ravaged in the night by who knows what. The thought alone makes the world much darker. But we go back into the garden the next day, and we wander about and we root about, and we see a hooded stranger out there. We don't know anything about him. Just eyes underneath a hood. Except we can't even see the eyes, because that would be weird for eyes to actually glow. But we go back into our garden anyway. Where we do some more trading with the potatoes that we don't even have. Basically did stocks. And the world grows darker because now we owe people potatoes. It grows so very dark because what is darker than debt? But there's a knock at the door later, and you hope that it's not the debt collector coming for all the potatoes that you promised. Thankfully, it's not. It's that wizard again, strolling by. We don't want anything to do with wizards. Magic? Ugh. Ugh. Gives you the heebie-jeebies. So we go back into the garden later once we're sure that the wizard is gone. And we root around. We just happily root around all day in that garden. Ignore the troubles of the world around us. We get a potato. Maybe our debt won't be so bad after all. And there's a knock at the door later. Know what doesn't make me tingly? Is it potatoes? It's potatoes. It's absolutely potatoes. Yeah. On the other side of the door, it's the distant cousin. We don't quite trust them. They seem to have a white hand slapped on their face in paint. We're not sure about that. But we go back out into the garden later. And in our garden, we see a visitor coming, and we don't want to deal with them, so we hide into a potato sack. It seems silly. But we find a potato in there. Hello, Enaho. Welcome in. But the world continues to darken. 8 potatoes to remove an orc. Roll again. 9 potatoes to remove an orc. We hear a knock at the door later on. We check at the door. It's another elf. So many elves passing by. Feeling of destiny. As if you're expected to do great things with everybody knocking on your door. You hate that. So you go back out into the garden. And there, once again, another visitor coming by. We don't want to deal with that. Social anxiety. No. Sure, everybody wants to talk to us. That's great. That's wonderful. In the potato sack, it's safer. In the potato sack, there's a potato. Roll again. Back into the garden. Visitor has left, or so it seems, and we happily just root about all day in that garden. Gain a 4th potato. We did promise that we would trade people potatoes, but they haven't come looking for them yet, so we get to keep these 4. But the world continues to darken, and it is now impossible for us to get rid of any orcs. We can't throw that many potatoes. In the amount of time that it would take us to throw 10 potatoes, the orc would immediately catch us. The world keeps getting darker. We need potatoes. We need to go underground. We need to hide in a bunker. Something's not right. And another knock at the door. Don't they know the world is ending? It's an elf. Why are the elves here? Maybe the world is ending because of these elves. A bunker built of potatoes? It's not the worst idea. Not the worst idea at all. Another knock at the door later. And a 3, it's that wizard again. Why does a wizard keep coming by here? Is it because the world continues to darken? Elves and wizard? Does that mean we are all potatoes? Maybe. Perhaps. Roll again. Another knock at the door. This time, it's that wizard again. Sure, the world is dangerous. Why won't this wizard leave us alone? We're up to 9 destiny. One more destiny, and we survive, but we're thrown on another adventure. Can we do it? A knock at the door. 4? What's 4? Rumors of war in the reaches. We stress eat a potato. Oh, 2 orcs. We're at 9 orcs and 9 destiny again. I have a feeling we're not going to get to hide with our potatoes. Again, this game is hard. Actually getting 10 potatoes is difficult. At least for me. Maybe your RNG will be better. Again, do please check out the tweet linked below so that you can pick up the rules for yourself and you can play this game and you can tell the person that made the game how much you enjoy the game. Because they gave it out for free. That potato clicker game? I don't think so. Maybe? What's the name of it? Sounds familiar. Anyway, another roll. This might even be the last roll. No, it's not the last roll. The world just gets darker. Lucky number 13. Roll again. That's a knock at the door. 3. Oh no! A wizard strolls by. You pointedly draw the curtains. That gains us an orc and a destiny. And a destiny does not override the orc. Our destiny catches up to us. The door smashes open. You see an army of orcs on the other side. You pick up the small sword that you had hiding along the wall. You are ready to defend yourself. You're ready to defend your potatoes. Unfortunately, you are a halfling. And while this sword looks huge to you, a big, broad, two-handed sword, to an orc, it doesn't quite seem so big. To an orc who towers even over a human who are about double your size, your sword seems like nothing more than an annoyance. Just a twig. And sure, you land a great shot, stabbing him right in the head. He doesn't care. He wears it with pride. It's an accessory to him. And you are dinner. Once again, we've been eaten by orcs. And that is the game of potato. I hope you've enjoyed this. Despite the fact that we never actually got the win scenario of having all of our potatoes. I am curious. Destiny and orcs are not to be denied. This is true. This is true. I am curious to see just how much space this would have taken up. That's that one. How much space would it take up? I never actually got to put all the potatoes out. That's 9 potatoes. And then the 10th potato, which would have become larger. But this is what the 10 potatoes would look like if we ever got there. But we didn't. We lost. We got sucked away on adventures and eaten by orcs time and time and time again. It is a lot of potato. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I know I've said it a bunch this stream, but I really want to put it, like, when somebody makes a little quick game for free and puts it out for free, and I think it's good enough that I'm like, I want to stream this, I really want to stream this, I want everyone to go check it out. There's a link to a tweet in the description. Go there. Tell them how much you enjoy the game. You can download this, you can play it yourself. Let me know if you win it. I have yet to win this once. I have yet to hide away with my potatoes even once. Playing it off stream, playing it on stream, it has yet to happen for me. I've gotten both of the other endings. I was hoping to get all three, but I only have limited time before I have to go to work, so I have to end stream around here. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little bit different from what I usually do. I don't usually do tabletop things, but since you all came here and you all enjoyed this, if I find other things that I enjoy in this vein, then I'll definitely do more. The hard part is finding more things like this that I enjoy, so if it happens, oh boy, we'll get to do things, and I'll set things up, and we'll have a nice little fun time, and I'll have a whole bunch of things on stream. Maybe not a mountain of potatoes, but something. Yeah. And if you're new to the stream and you enjoy, click buttons down below. It's not just the links in the description, there's a subscribe button, you can leave comments if you're watching this in the future, etc, etc, etc. It's YouTube, you know what to do. With that, though, I'm going to end this stream here. But we do have more stuff coming up during the week. We've got... Hey, this is the wrong schedule. Why do I always do this? Why do I always forget to change the schedule? I also need to edit the schedule, because it's not entirely correct. Now it's the correct schedule. On... what is today? Today's Tuesday. On Thursday... On Thursday, we're going to play the HoloCure update. Sorry I came late. That's no worry. Come in when you come in. It's all good. That's what VODs are for. I appreciate you being here, whether you're here at the beginning of the stream, whether you're here at the end of the stream, whether you're watching it in the future. I appreciate it regardless. But yeah, Thursday, we're going to be playing the HoloCure update. I think it's updated for everyone, because I know some people were playing it, like, early. I think it's available for everyone now. I hope so. Friday is not actually going to happen. I need to take that off of the schedule. I've ended up with work that morning, which is going to last for most of the day. So unfortunately, the Ghost stream is going to have to be canceled this week. It released on the 9th. Ah, okay. Congrats on 150 subs. Thank you. So Friday is not actually going to happen. I need to take that off the schedule. But Saturday will be a double feature day where we'll have Avon Colony in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I will be going over to Liz's channel. We finished up all the Sherlock Holmes games, but we want to keep collabing detective stuff. So she got Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, the first cases, and I'm going to be obnoxious during that stream because Poirot, little gray cells. Yes. Liz even updated her emotes, so that's an updated emote down there. Enjoying the collabs? Looking forward to that? Yeah, good. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I need to collab with more people, too. I collab with Liz constantly, but I only have enough time for, like, one collab a week, and nobody else is, like, offering things up, so I need to do things. More stuff will happen. I hope to see you in those streams coming up. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. I'm going to go get ready for work. So, enjoy your day, your evening, whatever time zone you happen to be in. And I will see you on Thursday. Thursday morning for me, for some more HoloCure. So, bye, everybody. Goodbye! I'm not streaming later today. I'm working until late at night. I work evenings. Good night, everybody. Good day. Whatever. Time zones.